Hey everyone, my name is Harvest and you can call me Harvol. Welcome to the Binding of Isaac Repentance Plus. In this video I will cover all of the item changes that are added to the game in Repentance Plus. By the way, in this video I will often use debug 8, meaning I will have infinite charges, so just saying so that you won't be confused when it will happen. This is a thing I use to kind of show you what the active items do. Without further ado, let's see the first change. It's Tammy's head. Now, using it is much quicker and you can constantly shoot. You can see I can use it while shooting. Now I turned on debug 8 so that I have infinite charges, just so that you can see what I mean. So now you can use this item actually much quicker, and they disabled the animation where you just hold it on your head. Second item that they changed is Lemon Mishap. So basically the change that they gave it is they slightly increased the pool, and now also it will be there until I leave the room. So see, it doesn't disappear. If I leave the room, that's when it actually disappears. So this one is very cool. Mega Bean, take a look. Oh my god, this one is so good. I love this one. Wait, let me... Boom. Basically in the patch notes what they said is, now Mega Bean creates a catastrophic fart that sweeps the entire room, and this is exactly what it does. I mean... Another item that has been changed is Milk. Now this item gets hit by enemies and also blocks projectiles, and after 10 hits it will break and give me a fire rate up for the entire floor, which is pretty neat if you ask me. Now Delirious, so basically now there can only be one boss at once, and now it will also persist through rooms, as you can see, and the charge of the Delirious item is dependent of what boss did I summon. So as you can see here now I have actually 8 charges, which is a pretty weird number for Isaac, uncommon to see. Now Jar of Wisps now has only 6 room charge, and apparently it gets to a maximum amount of wisps faster. Now for this one, thematically I turned on Tainted Apollyon because it's a change on Abyss. So now apparently the damage of the locust that we will get from an item is dependent on the item's quality, as well as locusts have different effects. So apparently there's just more effects that they can get from particular items, I guess. I would assume that this is the case, which is a really neat change and I love to see that. I don't know exactly how it's gonna work, but I'm excited to see. Now charge on the flip for Tainted Lazarus has been reduced to 4, as you can see, and it's only for Tainted Lazarus. And if you do have a flip as an active item on Tainted Lazarus, apparently it also does work. But as you can see on other characters here, Isaac as an example, apparently it's still 6 room charges, just like it was before. Now portable slot, it isn't really changed in terms of how it works, but it is removed from the shop pool, and now it is also a possible reward for coin slot machines. And now as you can see, for the void, not a huge change, like technically to make, but a very big, like mechanically. So basically, as you can see, it has only 4 charges right now, and this is IMO, this is a really huge change and I really love that. Now also a really cool change, as you can see, Epiphora now has a static increase for shooting in one direction, and it's constantly increasing instead of how it was before, where it was kind of like you needed to shoot for a long time and then it increased by some amount and by some amount after like a second or some. Now it just constantly increases with time, and I also kind of feel like it's bugged because when I changed my directions it doesn't always decrease, as you can see. So now another item that has been changed is God's Flesh. So now, first of all, it has more of a chance to throw a shrinking enemy, a shrinking tier. As you can see, it's pretty often, it's pretty common. And now enemies that, for example, threw into tiers before or into other enemies, when they are shrunken, they cannot do that when you step on them. So I actually want to show it off on these flies, but I couldn't fire a tear. So as you can see, now it doesn't explode, which is really neat. And here I want to show you how this little demon, did you see that? For a few frames he was shifting with white lights, indicating that he will again grow into his regular form, and you need to be aware. Now Hashi, very simple change. As you can see, when he is held in place, he now fires shots, and I guess it can be kinda usable. It's still not the strongest item, but as you can see, even here he cleared a room for me, kind of. So yeah, it can be used much more efficient than before, definitely. And the tears actually don't deal a terrible damage, I must say. So it hurts now. Other than just adding you fire rate when getting hurt, now also when you get hurt, now your tears will leave a bloody creep, as you can see, for the duration of the room. They kind of leave creep on contact. Another change is to Mars. So as you can see, first of all, I kind of have a indication, like before I charge, I stop for a second, and after the charge, I get like a 1 second of relief where I also can't get hit. And apparently I also now bounce off of obstacles, as you can see. It's pretty interesting because while I charge, I stand and I am still vulnerable. So I think now this is something that could be annoying. But overall, I think this is a pretty good change. So another change is Evil Charm. First of all, I have Fire Immunity. I don't know if it was like that before. Now I can also stand in enemy's creep for a second before getting damaged by it. You could see it here. For a second I was like in his creep, but I didn't actually get damaged by it. And now exploding mushrooms. What? Okay. Well, this wasn't a part of the plan. So now mushrooms that explode into poison when I have Evil Charm, they will also not hurt me, as you can see. You also, with Evil Charm, get immunity to spider web slow effect. As you can see, I can walk on it with a regular speed. And apparently Isaac also gains immunity to flame attacks, which I actually don't know how to show you. I don't have an idea in my head, but I guess you gotta trust. So another item that has been changed a bit is Vasculitis. Basically now, as you can see, the tears are shown as kind of like blood clots instead of just red tears like it was before. So now you can easily tell them apart from enemies' tears. So it's not as annoying, and I'm not gonna lie, I will definitely take this item much more happily now. So Little Portal has been completely reworked. Now you need to double tap to actually get him, and now you will go here. So this is a kind of a chamber in which you can just drop something. So let's say I have a Soul of the Keeper, and for some reason I want to keep it, but I also have a dice shard on the floor that I want to take for now to the next floor. So I can leave this Soul of the Keeper in this room, and I can, by the way, come back here anytime. This portal will stay here. So on another floor, I used a few Soul of the Keepers again to, you know, get some pickups for him to pick up. We are on another floor now, and this room still is there and still has this Soul of the Keeper that I left here on a previous floor. So you can kinda just transport your pickups between rooms in case you will need them, and this is kinda what Little Portal now does. So another item that has been reworked is Linger Bean. Now it appears after 4 seconds and it keeps on growing. Also, you can have few Linger Beans in a one room. I don't know if it was the case before. It may have not been, I'm not sure. And now, as you can see, they kind of grow. In the course of 10 seconds they grow, and with their grow they actually deal reduced damage. So let me just show you that on a dummy. So we have a Linger bean, and as you can see, it will deal reduced damage, but it will grow, so it will have a bigger hitbox. Another item that has been changed is Jupiter, and it hasn't really been changed a lot. All that has been changed, I think, is that it doesn't give you 2 empty health containers, it just gives you 2 full health containers. And I think this is the whole change. If that's not the whole change and someone knows about it, then correct me if I'm wrong, because I might not understand it. Another item that has been changed is Battery Bean. So basically now it recharges faster. It recharges in 2 seconds instead of 3 like it used to. So the bean now can be reused in a room after a 4 seconds cooldown. So it's not like it has a 1 room charge like before. Now you can actually reuse it a few times in 1 room, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Now Kidney Bean has literally exactly the same change. So now instead of 1 room charge, it basically can be used multiple times in 1 room, and also has a 4 seconds cooldown. So Dead Bird works similarly to how it worked before. As you can see, it's not there anymore, but when I get myself to half a heart, it will remain between rooms. As you can see, I still have it even though I got hit in the room before, so it's still there. And for Eve, apparently all you actually need is 1 full heart, not half a red heart. So 1 full heart is enough for it to stay with you. And we are, by the way, talking about red hearts here, so yes, you can have a soul heart. As you can see, I am on a half a heart as Isaac now, and Dead Bird also stays with me because I have half a red heart, even though I have a soul heart. And the last item that we have is Data Miner. So it basically does everything that it did before, but as you can see, it rerolls item pedestals into glitched items, which, if you don't know what glitched items are, they are basically items with completely random effects. I literally don't know what effect did this item give me. Oh well, probably when I get hit, I fart. Yeah, I think this is what this item did to me. Well, a lot of glitched items basically make you fart. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.